Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In the last couple of days I have been working on honeypots, and I have done one video providing what is honeypot 101, and then we looked at deploying a couple of different honeypots. So one was teapot honeypot and the other one was modern honeypot network. And in this video today we are going to look at a very simple low interaction honeypot that was developed long time back, almost 7 years. I have not seen any more further development on this honeypot, but it still works. And it's the name of the honeypot is Valhalla. And there's the English version of the Valhalla available, but you gotta go to a particular page. So I gave you the link in this GitHub. I'm gonna provide the GitHub link. So if you go to there and you have a Valhalla honeypot, excuse me, all you need to do is download the english.zip file, and that will get you the honeypot that we're going to use in this lab. So you will just click on it, and the download button will come up, and you just need to save that. Okay, so it's re-download it again. That's why you see that I have two different files. The other thing that I need for this lab is nmap that I'm using for port scanning. So nmap for Windows, if you go there and then just download the Zenmap, which is the nmap plus with a GUI. So you will just need to download this file, whatever version. When you were watching this video, it's a different version. Go get the latest stable release and it should work. Okay, so I have already installed the nmap. The next thing that you need to do, if you look at my guide, so you go extract the file, you gotta disable the Windows Defender. So the way you disable that, you come down here and you just look for Windows Defender and click on this, and that should bring up the Windows Defender window. Let's see over here. Okay, and I just want the Windows Defender turn on and off button. I'm missing that one in this view setting. Okay, so over here they have whole bunch. I can just turn them off. Okay, so that turned off my Windows Defender. So you see the real-time protection is now off. So I close this window. So the next thing that you want to do, we're going to use the telnet service in Windows, and that service is not installed by default. So another thing that you need to do over here, you search for turn Windows services on or off. So if you click on that one, this will bring up this Windows feature box, and it's gonna tell you, hey, please wait. And just once this populates this particular box, you just say okay. Just give us a minute, and I should have it, and we'll go from there. Yeah, there we go. So we have it. You see, I have already turned on my telnet service, the telnet client. By default, this one is off, so you need to turn that one on to be able to use the service. So turn that on, hit OK, and you're done with this. So now you're kind of ready to do your honeypot exercise and setting up your honeypot. Before we do anything, let's just try to find the nmap. Let's see, I have it nmap. So it just went. I want the GUI. Let's see the well, I'll just go from there. Nmap Zenmap GUI. This is the one that you want. Okay, so if you bring up this one, so if you bring up this one, and this time we just want to scan our local host or 127.0.0.1. You don't need an intense scan, you just need a real quick scan, and you scan it. Okay, so it's gonna scan your machine, which is 127.0.0.1, and it's gonna give you some report, like if you have open ports, if you have uh, anything like that. So over here you see it really, you don't have that many ports open, only a few ports that Windows really needs that are open. So at this time, what we are going to do, we are going to open up our honeypot. So this is our Valhalla, and it will just say honeypot inside that folder. Just click on it, and it will open up. If your wording they're in different language, then you know that you have downloaded a non-English version, so you need to go back and download the English version if you are comfortable with English. So here the first thing you need to do is configure your server. So over here you see uh, I actually did some work here previously. So here I'm already running some server for you. When you open this up, all of them, they are probably red like this. If I just turn them off, okay, for you they are all should be like this. Okay, so they are all red by default. So we'll do this work real quick. So red means those services. So now these are, we would call a honey service, because we are not implementing a high interaction honeypot. We're just going to fake that in my machine these services are running. That is the purpose of low interaction honeypot. Now I'm going to enable whole bunch. So port 80, and it's going to ask randomly put a folder, and if you don't have the folder, if you try to close it, it's gonna complain, hey, you don't have that folder in there. So all you need to do in that case, over here you come down and you go to your C drive. Okay, go back to your PC, and just create the folder. You can create and name it whichever way you like. So it by default it did www.root, so I'm just going to use the folder. And this time if I come back to that particular server again, let's see over here, so options www-root, if I close it, it should not complain anymore. It still says complaining www-root. Do I have that folder now? Make sure that I have www. It shouldn't complain, but it still did for whatever reason. Www. Okay, but it shouldn't. It should still be okay. Okay, it didn't find the index.html file. So what you can do in here, if you really want, you can also add an index.html file in there. So under this, just create a new file and just call it text document or whatever, call it index.html, something like that. It's a text document, it says properties, change G. So this one, index.html does this, so we need to see the extension of our file name. So view, let's see, file name extension. So now I'm gonna go there and get rid of this, and that should be my index.html file. So let's go back in here, htm, let's just call it L, add that here, and now it didn't complain. So now it has got at least a fake file. Similarly, what I'll do, I'll turn on the FTP server. FTP usually runs on port 21. You can change the banner if you like. User login, I'm just going to call it user and user. So same name and password. Again, I already have a folder, so this one should not complain. Say eco server, so I'm just going to turn on some of them. Finger service, let's just turn on this one as well. Let's see, POP3 server, let's turn on the POP3 as well. Here we have a user. Again, I'm going to just call it user, and you can change this text if you like and hit enter. So I have a whole bunch of servers configured at the moment. So let's see, SMTP, if I like, again I can turn it on, and that should be a whole bunch. So I'm just going to close it, and now what you are ready to monitor your Valhalla honeypot. Okay, so I'm going to click on monitoring, and let's see if the monitoring shows up somewhere. Interesting, the monitoring is now off the window someplace. So sometimes that happens. So what you just need to do, go and find your Valhalla one more time. Your configuration should still be the same, but you just have to restart the service one more time. Okay, let's come back over here. Server config, you see all of the configurations are still there. I'm gonna close this one, click on monitoring. Now I have the monitoring window available to me. So at this time we are monitoring, so this button is grayed out, my server. Okay, and you can look at the server IP 10.02.15, so you can ping that IP if you like. So over here, now the next thing that we're gonna do just CMD. Okay, and let's start with maybe the FTP, and let's go back to our over here. So we kind of done all of that. We have configured some of the honey services and for example, for FTP, all you need to do is need to telnet to FTP, and we're using telnet command, and that is why we enabled the service earlier. So let's see, control C if that works. Come back over here. Let's see. No, it's not working for whatever reason. Oops. I don't need to maximize this. So what I'll do, I'll just type out telnet and then 127.0.0.1, and the FTP run is running, which is a fake, is on 21. And you see it, your monitoring service immediately told you, hey, someone tried to invade by FTP connection. And over here you also got the banner. Remember, that's the banner we provided, and here I can probably provide user, and it says, hey, password is required. So you can provide pass then user, and you're getting some error back. So you are interacting with this particular service, and you're getting someone is trying to hack into your system. Okay, so let me get out of this. Okay, and let me reopen another command prompt. Give me 1 second. Over here, if I do command, I got another command prompt, and I can do now telnet to 127.0.0.1, and this time let's do 110 where my mail server is running, and it says okay. And again, remember please, because these are fake services, these are just not a true service. There is nothing actually installed. It says, hey, connection is established. And over here we can also do user, say user, and it says the unknown command. So there's, let me see, for POP3 if there is a different command. I thought it's just user. Okay, so so let's see what else our monitoring service is telling us. Alright, I'm actually going to try this with caps user, and then user, and it took it, and I'm going to write password as in caps, and then do user again, and now see, it says login is okay. So in your service, wherever we were, let's see if we can find it here. So it says user now authenticated. Okay, it's tried to invade by FTP, that was disconnected. Then we connected to the POP3 service. Then we ran this command user, and we provided the password as user. Now we're authenticated. Now to the outside world, they will think, yeah, now I'm in a real POP3 server. Let's do some messing around with this server. But in reality, it's just a low interaction honeypot that we are looking at the moment. I'm gonna let you try some of the other services on your own, Let's just try to do one more thing and see if it's configured properly. So 127.0.0.1 and then 25, I think we also configured for SMTP, and look at that. So you are in the telnel service, you are in there. So look at the monitoring, and now see, yeah, it says, hey, someone is trying to connect to the SMTP server. So one last thing I want to do before I close the video. So when we first ran the service, you see there were only 3 ports open. And if I do another scan at the moment, even in map, it may think, hey, those services running on the ports, but those are all fake services, and that is really done by this particular low interaction honeypot. So just give us yeah, you see, that's what I thought. So now it thinks port 21 is open and the service TCP is running. Port 25 is open where it thinks SMTP service is running. Port 79 is open, it's where it thinks the finger service is running. HTTP is open where on port 80 POP3 is open at 110. So it thinks, even in-map things, when it did its standard quick scan, it thought that whole bunch of services running, and just like your adversary, they will come, typically they will start with a in-map scan or a network scan, and now you have a service, a low interaction honeypot, that's telling them, hey, I have something, come and try to do something. Anyway, I hope you have a lot of fun doing this lab. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.